All right, let's call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Columbi.
Here.
Osterloo.
Here.
Larson.
Here.
Penny. Sonny.
Here.
Tersa.
Here.
Genzinger.
Here.
Allen.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. Are there any conflicts of interest on the proposed agenda before us? Hearing none, let's go on to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded that the agenda be approved as proposed. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none, I assume you're ready to vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. In the packet of information, the minutes of the January 25th meeting were presented. Any additions or corrections that any of you noted? Hearing none, I assume we are ready for a motion.
Move to approve.
Do I hear a second? Moved and seconded that the minutes be approved as presented. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none, I assume you're ready to vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed is the same sign. Motion carries. Tentative date for the next meeting should be February 22nd.
Move to approve.
Moved and seconded that the blanket for the next meeting be approved as February 22nd. Discussion. Hearing none, I assume you're ready to vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, the first item on the agenda is approval of plans, Runnings new site, the old Kmart building in Highway Business District.
Okay.
Talk to us, please.
Will you have, I'll introduce the two speakers that are representing Runnings that are on the speakerphone here. And we'll also have Trevor Dirks here. He is with First Dakota. And we'll be talking, what's related is items 7 and 8 kind of go together. So as we're talking, some of these might wrap in together at the same, talking about the same thing. So the first item on number 7 is the approval of the plans. Plans, as you know, are in the Highway Business District. And for those who are new to the commission, all commercial activity permits in the HB district, the Central Business District, and the Neighborhood Shopping District do require Planning Commission approval. Hence, that's what's here, why it's here. So with that, I'm going to let the representatives of Runnings introduce themselves and then maybe just kind of highlight the project and then stand ready for questions. So with that, Dennis and Chad, I'm not sure who's going to start. So
Go for it, gentlemen. Are you with us on the phone?
Yes, yep. I can go first. My name's Dennis Jensen. I am the the marketing e-commerce head person at Running.
Okay.
I'm Chad Wyatt. I'm the construction and maintenance facilities manager for Running.
All right. Talk to us about what you're going to do, please.
So I can probably start, and then Chad can fill in the detail. But Runnings, we last year acquired Campbell Supply Company, and involved in that acquisition with 7 stores, including a location in Mitchell, South Dakota. The current building has been there for a number of years. It's roughly 72,000 square feet. We saw an opportunity to climb into a Kmart building relatively close to our current address. That will give us another 20,000 plus square feet for additional sales space. So we are planning to move to that new location, and really it's going to help us expand everything that you come to shop for at Runnings, from clothing to footwear to firearms to hardware, tools, really anything you need for your home, farm, and outdoors.
All right. What are the things that you're going to do to the building itself, please?
This is Chad here. What we plan to do is we are going to be adding a canopy on the front of the building, approximately 16 feet out to the east side that will meet up with the existing entrance vestibule. That will be able to cover and protect some of our snow blowers, outdoor power equipment, that type of stuff. On the south of the building where the loading docks are, we plan on digging in subgrade loading docks. So when the semi backs up, we can actually drive a forklift in and out of the semi-trailer. Complete paint of the building. Actually, hopefully in a month, weather pending, we will be re-roofing the whole building also. We plan on putting a number of new HVAC units on the building. More towards inside, we'll be removing all the VCT flooring, and we'll go through a concrete polishing throughout. We'll take out all the old water-stained and miscolored ceiling tiles, repaint the ceiling grid, new ceiling tiles in, a new grid mount LED strip fixture system inside, bathroom updates, some door updates, and then we'll go with new fire system updates and intrusion system updates, and a new gutter system in the back also, and then we'll probably go with a mill and overlay of pretty much all of the parking lot, along with the LED heads on all the parking lot poles. I believe it's 52 or something like that. So that kind of caps it all right there.
All right, any questions? That sounds like a pretty good major overhaul of the building and upgrade. Any of the
Yeah, we like to try and de-Kmartize it as much as we can. And, really try and make it in our vision of our stores.
Okay. Anybody got any questions for these gentlemen? Hearing none, I assume that we are probably ready to discuss whether we want to approve these plans. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second. Moved and seconded that we, Doug, yep, approve the plan. Is there discussion on the motion? John, do you have anything to comment? Have you seen anything there that worries you?
No, I don't have any further comments. We met with these gentlemen last week with Mr. Dirks at First Dakota Bank, and we went over some of these points and pretty much identical what we're doing here. And besides, I'll get together with Joe a little bit. If there's anything civil landscape we need to look at, but I don't believe there is. There's about 300 and some odd parking spaces. They're going to relay that. The ADA spaces are there. I think they're going to retain the same ones. And as far as landscaping, there's a number of trees around the edge of the property that I believe qualify for that. If not, we'll take a second look at that. That'd be the only thing.
Okay.
And that'd probably be minimal.
Yeah, and I can comment on that a little further. Yeah, we did discuss landscaping needs, and we plan on cleaning up all the trees around that are currently there, and we talked about planting some trees to the south in this new plat that's been proposed, and see if we meet the requirements then, and maybe submit another plan down the road a little bit here for approval again as far as landscaping goes, if that works.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's one tree per 25 parking spaces. So I believe with the trees around the perimeter on the west side and the north side, that's met, but anything additional would certainly be welcome and be an improvement.
Okay. The gentleman speaking is our building inspector. I'm sure you've met him.
Don, yes, sir. Yep.
Any questions from the commission here that you need to be asking at this point? think it's pretty straightforward, in my opinion. But then I'm just the chairman, so my opinion doesn't count any more than anybody else's, really. Further discussion? Hearing none, I assume you're ready to vote. Neil, let's go. Roll call, please.
Oshlu.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Penny. Sonny.
Yes.
Pierce.
Yes.
Denzinger.
Yes.
Malumbi.
Yes. Gentlemen, your plan has been approved.
We'll keep them on for the plat.
Yep. All right, the next item on our agenda is approval of a plat of Lot S12, a subdivision of the replat of Lot S in the northwest quarter of Section 27 T10360 of the west of the 5th PM, City of Mitchell, Davidson County. You have a plat in a drawing in your packet, gentlemen. Anything in there that aggravates anybody? Mr. Sonny, you're the civil engineer aboard.
Nope. Fine to me.
My understanding is the purpose of this plat, and maybe those who there is to try to accommodate. You may recall that they had mentioned about changing the truck entrance level, so they need some additional space for that type of traffic. And so my understanding that is the purpose of this plat, is to try to accommodate some additional real estate for that. You guys can add anything to that?
Gentlemen from Running, do you have anything to add to what Neil's explanation is for us?
Yeah, on the, I'll call it the west side of the plat, we want to extend that so we can extend the paved area where the loading docks will be to give a semi with a 50-foot or 53-foot trailer on there a little better shot at back in straight to the new loading docks. And then if you go further to the east, we'd like to, if you look at the first page of the building plans, it shows a fenced-in area. And then I believe I also sent Neil a revision of this fence size for our outdoor sales area. We would kind of spill off the existing parking lot and existing property line to the south, and then pave part of this area for our outside, cattle bunks and things like that to sell inside this fence area.
Okay. That makes sense. That's heavy, kind of heavy equipment for inside the building or anywhere other than off to the side, so to speak. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah. Big things that a farmer or rancher or whoever may pull up with a trailer, and we come out with a forklift and load them up, and then we actually have a path that would go alongside the building, and then they could actually drive out and around the building.
Okay.
With a full trailer.
Makes sense. Any other questions, gentlemen?
Trevor from First Dakota. I don't know, it probably doesn't matter for this, but it might to the city council when I get there. Technically, the bank will be transferring this plat, we'll be donating it to the Mitchell Area Development Corp., and then they'll enter into the agreement with Runnings. But we're all three parties working on that, so.
Okay. This backs up right to your property on the north side. Right?
Correct, yep.
Yep. That's what I assumed it was when I looked at the plot, but thank you for enlightening us a little more. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, I assume we're ready for a motion.
Move to approve.
Moved and seconded that the plat be approved as presented. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none, I assume you're ready to vote. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda. Gentlemen, thank you for your attention and cooperation with us. Any comments you have?
No, not from us.
I don't think so. Thanks everyone, I appreciate it.
Welcome to Mitchell.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome to Mitchell.
We're happy to be there,
Well, this planning commission is pretty easy to get along with if we know what's going on. So that's why we like to have you folks either on the phone or come to us.
Well, what I was able to figure out right away is we kind of operate like you guys when we're putting buildings up and renovating. We're pretty efficient. You run your meetings very efficient. You don't waste time, do you? Bam, 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 done. So,
Nope, we don't like to waste time. We don't let attorneys
Good
talk
stuff.
too long. That's the big thing.
yeah. Good stuff. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
bye.
you.
Next item on the agenda is the plat of Lot 8J and Block 11, Block 7 of Westwood First Edition, a subdivision of the southwest quarter of Section 16-10360. Neil, what have we got going here?
Okay. Second, let me get the right page here. Okay, this plat is encompasses two pieces that it will bring to your attention. Is on lot 11 on the north side, you would see, right up there, and that shaded part that you probably see on to the east is a part of the holding pond. That's the reason why it's designated there. And you can see the south one already has that is already identified. So that's one parcel, and then the other parcel on 8J that is kind of closer to the Commerce Street. From what I gathered with that was just kind of to identify some easements and some kind of cleaning up some of the property lines of the stuff that is kind of that has been platted now. Because you probably just recall we just did 8I, just believe it might have been even the last meeting. And so now that everything is all fallen into place, there's just some excess land and some easements there that need to be identified. So that's kind of the purpose of 8J.
Okay. Anybody here to talk to us about it?
I'm Justin Teasy. I'm the one that's plotting these. You got any questions for me on it?
Did I miss something?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, that's the thing that we like to hear. If Neil's got us fully informed and you agree with what he said, we're good to go.
Yep. We've got a holding pond there, and we're ready to build. So.
Okay.
Any other
Anything else?
questions?
Hearing now no other comments or questions, I assume we're ready for a motion.
Move to approve.
Moved and seconded that the plat be approved as presented. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none, I assume you're ready to vote. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. Next item, a plat of Tract 1 of Mitchell Waterworks, First Edition, in the southwest quarter of Section 35, T103 North, Range 60 west of the 5th PM, Davidson County, Mitchell, South Dakota.
Okay, if you'd notice, there's a rendering of this plat on page 28. This is just, this is actually, if you go south, this property is coming out of what's known as the Mitchell Livestock Piece, which has since transferred ownership to a Knox County corporation, but that's where that is. You can kind of see on there where the Crane property is to the west, and Carl Road is just a little bit further to the north. Actually, you can kind of see it on that aerial. This is to accommodate a water treatment structure, and with that, I will just yield to the engineers. The one thing I would report is that the County Planning Commission has approved this plat. My understanding is the County Commission is hearing it tomorrow, but it is within our extraterritorial.
This engineering department, what's up?
This site will be the future location of a new ground storage tank, roughly 2.5 million gallons. We'll also have a small structure there that'll be the new master meter location and valve pits from BY Water.
Yeah, that water line lays right alongside those railroad tracks, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I kind of remember that. I did the environmental for it at one time. So, Any questions or comments there? Looks like a good site, a little elevation there, not much, but a little, isn't there?
It's relatively one of the higher areas in town, actually, south going to north. It's a good spot for that location. We do plan on incorporating some trees, to potentially help hide it, to make it more desirable for the neighbors, those types of things.
How big are you thinking of going?
Off the top of my head, I want to say about 18 to 20 feet.
No, I mean, how much stories?
Two and a half.
Two and a half?
Yep.
Aqua store probably?
What's that?
Aqua store probably?
That to be determined, I guess. When we get that big, you can look at concrete storage tanks and both fiberglass.
All right, any questions?
Move to approve.
Moved and seconded that we approve the plat of this tract. Discussion on the motion. Hearing none, I assume you're ready to vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. Is there any other business to come before this body at this time? I hear none, so public input. If you need to address the City Planning Commission on an item that was not on the agenda, excluding personnel items, please come forward to the podium, state your name and your concern. Presentations are limited to 3 minutes. Items will be considered, but no action will be taken at this time. Seeing nobody coming up to the podium, I assume we're ready to say this meeting is adjourned. I wish I knew and kept track